four-post hoist is a type of drive-on vehicle hoist. Drive-on vehicle hoists are very popular in many shops because of the simplicity of use, as well as the versatility that they offer compared to other styles of hoists. Compared to a two-post hoist or an in-floor hoist where you're positioning lifting pads underneath the jacking points of the vehicle, the drive-on hoist requires you centering and securing your vehicle on a set of runways and then raising it in the air, making it very quick and ideal for simple services such as oil changes. As well, there's the added bonus of the vehicle suspension is the compressed position because you're lifting underneath the wheels. This makes it ideal for finding odd noises that may be located in the suspension of the vehicle or locating areas where two components may be interfering with each other. This hoist gets its name from the four posts that are located at the corners. Each post contains the steel bar that is notched for the mechanical safety catch. And the mechanical safety catch protects you in case of a hydraulic failure. As well, in each post you will find the cable, and that cable is pulled on by a set of hydraulic cylinders that are located in the runways of the hoist, and that provides the lifting force of the vehicle. In order to safely lift a vehicle on a drive-on hoist, you need to center it on the runways. This may require the assistance of a colleague to help you guide into place and be centered, because you don't want too much of the load either to the left or to the right, unbalancing the hoist itself. Once the vehicle is parked on the runways, you need to secure it against roll. On automatic transmissions, you place the vehicle in park. Manual transmissions, you place the vehicle in first gear. As well, you're going to get out and install a set of wheel chocks to secure the vehicle against roll. You may wish to apply the parking brake, but in some cases this is not recommended. If a vehicle is older, there are chances you may cause further damage to the vehicle by applying the parking brake, so always consult with your instructor prior to doing so. Now that our vehicle is secure, we are able to raise it into the air to service the underside of the vehicle. The controls have an electric switch here to operate the hydraulic pump that provides fluid pressure to raise the hoist into the air. This lever releases that hydraulic pressure, lowering the hoist. And finally, this button here is for the mechanical safety catches. It controls airflow that releases the catches to retract them inside the post. When you're ready to raise the vehicle, you simply apply the electrical power to the pump and it will raise it in the air. Now that the vehicle has been raised to a safe working height, we need to lower it onto the safety catches. If you look at it right now, I can rock the whole hoist back and forth. We don't want to move underneath the vehicle or even approach it if it's not on the safety catches, as we're relying on the hydraulics and the cables to hold it in air. By releasing the hydraulic pressure, it's going to lower the hoist onto those safety catches. And now there's a mechanical connection between the hoist and the floor. One thing to be aware of with a four-post hoist is because there is a mechanical catch in each corner, you want that hoist to be sitting level. If one of the mechanical catches misses the correct notch on the safety catch, you need to raise it up and ensure they're all engaged at the same level. Our vehicle is now ready to work on. Once you have completed servicing the vehicle and you're ready to lower it back down to the floor, you need to retract the safety catches in order to lower it down. If you press the button though, they will not retract because the weight of the hoist is sitting on them. So we're going to raise the hoist in the air until they retract. You can hear the 4 clicks of the safety catches retracting. I now know I'm safe to lower it. If you wish to work on the vehicle at a different height, it is always important to set it back down on the safety catches at your new working height. You never ever want to be relying on the hydraulics of the hoist or the cables of the hoist to support the vehicle weight. I'm now ready to go all the way down to the floor with the vehicle hoist. So I'm going to press the button. I raised it back off the locks, and now I can lower it right down to the floor. One of the things that makes a 4-post hoist so versatile is the fact that there are carriage jacks that allow you to raise the wheels off of the runways to service brakes and suspension. These carriage jacks contain an air-over hydraulic motor, which means it uses air pressure to pump hydraulic fluid to raise the vehicle hoist. You can see we have lifting pads, similar to we found on the 2-post hoist, as well as these adapter cones that allow us to raise the lifting pads up to get them closer to the vehicle suspension. You can stack the lifting cups like this to get additional height. Now that I have positioned my carriage jack underneath the suspension of the vehicle, I can actuate the lever and generate my hydraulic pressure to lift this up. I'm going to push it over into the active position. As with all other hoisting operations, you never want to rely on hydraulic pressure or the pump, in this case, to support the vehicle weight. There's a safety catch located on this side that pushes against the rod. There are 2 positions for it. I'm at the highest position. So once we have the vehicle lifted to a comfortable working position, we're going to lower it back down onto that safety catch. And that is done by rocking this lever to the lowering position. So now the vehicle is secured and ready for service. When you're ready to take the vehicle back off of the carriage jack, you have to lift it off of the safety catch prior to lowering the hoist. So I'm going to lift it back into the active position and apply the air pressure to operate the pump. I'm now able to flip the safety catch out of the way, and by pressing on the button, it will release the hydraulic pressure and lower it down. The final important thing about the carriage jacks is you want to always fold them back into complete position before you pull the vehicle off. So as soon as you're finished using it, slide the arms in and remove any adapters that affect your setup of the carriage jack. Another concern with drive-on hoist is you want to make sure the rear carriage jack at the back of the vehicle is positioned well away from the ramps, so that if you have a lower vehicle, it's less likely to catch on that carriage jack and drag it forwards or backwards on the hoist.